Multiple offer process. How does multiple offer work? In a previous video that I made, and I'm gonna share the link right above right here, I talked about how to win a multiple offer and made it super detailed with all the tips and tricks included. But in this video, we're going through the process of multiple offer and what's involved. You certainly want to watch this video to the end because I'm going to be sharing one disclosure that has already came into effect and another disclosure that is coming into effect July 17th. You don't want to miss this. As I stated in my other video as well, I want to chat about the listing price versus the asking price. As you hear all the time. One thing that for buyer it needs to be clear is that the listing price is not what you're going to pay for. Well, in some situation, maybe. Typically, the listing price is what the seller agree on list on MLS and they're asking for offers. One of the fiduciary duty for any agents out there is to follow the lawful instruction of their client. This is also true when a listing agent is going to be watching out for the best benefit of their seller clients. And in a multiple offer situation, they're not going to disclose price, terms, and condition of offers to each other. The only fact that they're going to disclose and they ethically need to do is number of offers received and on hand. Let's talk about different scenarios. Scenario A, when a seller instructs a listing agent to collect all interest and offers at a certain time and date. Now, this instruction needs to be in writing. In fact, Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver, Fraser Valley Real Estate and Surrounding Board, they all came together and created a disclosure, which is called irrevocable direction regarding presentation of offers. This is interesting as this disclosure recently came into effect and actually replaced the previous disclosure called direction regarding presentation of offers. It was to create fairness among all offers who are aware that there is a time and date to review the offer. In fact, if a buyer decides to submit a tremendous, amazing offer with the highest price with no terms and condition, that offer is not going to be represented to the sellers. As a matter of fact, the listing agent is not allowed to disclose this offer to the seller and not to tell him what the offer is. On account of this irrevocable disclosure, the sellers cannot change their mind when this disclosure is signed and publicly announced. So if you ever heard of bully offers or offers that they came in prior to the date and time review of the offers and they have considered it, now they can't. Case B, and that is the time when a seller does not assign the listing agent and instruct the listing agent to have the offers come in as a first come first served basis. So it's open to offers. Regardless of case A or case B, one interesting fact is that whether there is 2 offers or 50 offers, we have a multiple offer situation. Let's talk about the process of multiple offer. Assuming if the listing agent is instructed by the seller to have all offers reviewed by a certain times and date, then the listing agent collects all the interest and offers and represent them to the sellers. That's pretty much how it works. Listing agent informs all buyers that they are submitting offers to submit their best and final offer. And during the time that the listing agent is informing those buyers and offerees how many offers are in hand, up until the deadline, all offers, they have time to revise their offer and resubmit again for a second chance or third chance. As a matter of fact, this is an interesting fact. Some buyers, they assume if they submit their offer and it gets represented to the seller, then the seller may give them a second chance or even counter their offer. It is important not to assume that it's going to happen, and it may not be the case. So always put your best foot forward when submitting during multiple offers. Now the question is, how do offeree can be certain that the number of offers coming in and the number of offers given to them by the listing agent is accurate. And also, on the other hand, how they can be guaranteed that their offer is actually presented to the sellers. And this is where things get interesting, because as of July 17th of 2023, Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver and Fraser Valley and surrounding boards again came together and created another disclosure to create transparency. There will be a mandatory disclosure called Disclosure of a Multiple Offer Presented, which is going to be taking place as of July 17th of 2023 to create transparency during multiple offers. According to this change, all listing agents are obligated and mandated to collect all the offers and interest and put them on a disclosure as a list with a list of numbers existing on their hand and the name of the buyer co-op brokerage. In addition, if there is a buyer that is unrepresented without a co-op brokerage, they also need to list that buyer and indicate this buyer is unrepresented. And after they presented all offers to the sellers, the seller needs to sign and confirm this list and date it. Then the listing agent is obligated to provide all offerees that participated in the multiple offer a copy of this list and disclosure no later than 1 calendar day after a seller has decided on all presented offers. This is important to know that realtors are bound to ethics and regulations. And if there was any doubt that the number was disclosed to the buyers were maybe wrong or could have been wrong, then by this disclosure, that is going to create a transparency during multiple offer to create more confidence in consumer eyes. Keep in mind that the listing agent is bound to follow the fiduciary duty to protect the sellers, so they're not going to disclose price, terms, and conditions. Thank you for watching this video. My name is Axel Ziba. I'm a real estate broker with eXp Realty and a manager at the Align Group. Make sure you like my video for more content just like this one.